So I was gifted this coffee cup not too long ago, but I have to say I didn't get gifted this coffee cup while I had hair. So I want to tell a story about. It's an interesting, funny story about the day I decided to shave my head. So I'll share it. But beforehand, I have to say a little bit about my journey of becoming bald. Um, I think the first time I ever noticed that I was balding, I should say, is I guess I was about 20, I was in my mid 20s, and I would be getting ready to go do something. Maybe it was early 20s, but anyways, I was getting ready to go do something, and I would be doing my hair, and I felt like just like hairs were like coming out. I was just trying to spike it with some gel or something, and I just felt like every time I washed my hair or cleaned it out, like there was just hair in the sink and stuff like that. I didn't really notice it. I guess I had millions of hairs, so it just didn't really seem to be anything I need to worry about. But then one of my deployments, I didn't get a haircut, and it was time to leave, and so I just found a buzzer, and we just buzzed my head, pretty short, not like no guard, but pretty short. And then while we were doing some pre-deployment training, they asked me to lead the team with doing some push-ups. And so I got down to do push-ups, and the team hadn't gotten down yet. And the moment that I got, because I'm taller, I'm like 6'2", so I guess people don't see the bald spots back here as much whenever they're not as tall as you. And so when I got down to do push-ups, and everybody was still like standing and looking at me, they noticed, and the team made, you could say, made fun of me. They all started laughing, like, "Oh my goodness, sorry, Cote, your hair, whatever." And that was the first moment that I really, I guess, it was pointed out to me that I was losing my hair. I guess at such a young age, in my 20s, it wasn't super common, I guess, but uh, in the military, the oldest, the older people in the military are around 38. Those are the people that are about to retire because they've been in 20 years or more. So I think it's common to see that among those people, but yeah, balding isn't super common in the military. Not while you're in, because everybody's so darn young. Well, I'm 40 now. I let time go on, and I kept trying to hold on to it. And I kept telling my wife, or taking like some AI filter type thing of like, what would I look like if I didn't have hair? What would I do if I just completely shaved it? And it was getting kind of, I was trying to grow it out to see if, like, what could I do with it and stuff. And I remember one night or one morning, I went into the bathroom and I took a picture, like straight down. And it was sad because I've been trying to like comb over, and you could like see like the shiny bald spots on my head underneath. And nothing I really did could really help. It just, it just made it, I don't know, to me, it looked like a grease ball kind of. I don't know. It just looked really bad. So I figured, all right, I'll just shave my head. I did not want to mess around with any of these hair growth for men kind of stuff. I just wanted to like own it. I mean, when I was a kid in high school, I actually, um, this is a completely different story, but kind of aligned, right? When I was a kid in high school, I was in junior ROTC, and I was on the drill team where they spin the rifles and throw them around and do all these marches and stuff. And I started growing my hair out because I was one of the goth kids, and I was just really into rock, and I was in a rock band, so I was going to grow my hair out. But then you're not in uniform with long hair, so I got told I needed to do something about my hair, and me being sarcastic and being a kid, I just took a razor blade and shaved my head. And so it wasn't the first time I ever shaved my head, but that was the first time I ever shaved my head, and it, I liked it kind of, I guess. But so I've been getting onto the idea as a 30, what is it, 37, 38-year-old man that, I might want to decide to shave my hair. I've done it before, and I didn't look too bad as a teenager. I'm pretty sure it'll be probably better as a man. It'll be more acceptable as a grown man to have a shaved bald head. So I finally decided, but nobody that I knew was really like encouraging me to. So I was just kind of making the decision on my own, and I didn't tell anybody that I was going to do it. So one night, I at that time of my life I stayed up later than everybody. I still kind of do, but at that time I stayed up much later. And so put my wife to bed. And when I say put my wife to bed, I usually lay with her in bed, rub her head or back or whatever until she falls asleep. And then I go and watch TV in the living room. But this night, I put her to bed. The kids were asleep. And this night, instead of going and watching TV right away, I went on a mission to go shave my head. I had done the research on an electric razor that because I know I would get bumps from a regular razor. Um, I did the research, and I mean, all the YouTube videos I found, it said like this one razor was the razor that The Rock, Dwayne Johnson uses, and that he shaves his head every 36 hours, and all the details. Right, I got it all down. So I pulled the trigger. I got this real fancy uh, electric razor for my head, and I go into the bedroom, or I go to the bathroom, shave my head, shower, get all the hair off me, and I'm looking, I'm like, not too bad, right? Well, I also thought it'd be kind of funny that my wife didn't have any idea that I was going to shave my head. So when I finally went to bed, and then she woke up in the morning, she woke up, it 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 shocked her. I guess that's the right word. It shocked her. She was shocked. She didn't know if she was so dreaming, and also she was pretty mad. I'm not happy that she was mad. I didn't expect for her to be mad. I thought that it would be funny, and that not only would I find it funny, but that also she would find it funny. But it come to find that we have a different sense of humor, especially based off of the perspective of the joke. Like I was on the joking end. She was the one being joked, but it wasn't a joke. It was real. I really did shave my head. I think it's been a couple years now, and she still says how much she misses me having hair. But I think she's starting to get used to it. And most people that I know in my life, they they can't imagine me with hair. They'll see a picture of me sometime with hair, and they're like, "Well, that's weird." Like, so it's interesting how after a while, people just get used to you having hair, and or not having. People get used to you not having hair, and the thought of you having hair is actually kind of weird, or like it doesn't compute because they're just so used to it. So yeah, that's the story. We still joke about it, or my wife maybe she might still be a little bit salty about it. She kind of probably avoids the subject most times. So yeah, if you're thinking about shaving your head and stuff, I don't know. I like it. I'll tell you, it does. You have to keep it up every few days. You got to shave it, but it saves me money on going to the barber. I don't have any hair products. Some people could get. At first, I did think I was going to need to put on like sunscreen on my head and stuff for like everyday use, but I haven't had to. I did start out that way, but I don't have to. I wear a hat so when I know I'm going to be in the sun, or I just make sure to get out of the sun soon enough so that I'm not going to be, getting sunburnt. Sunburnt on your head is not fun being bald. I'll tell you that because, you know, it's your skin peels. I'm in Florida, so sunburn is a regular occurrence if you're not careful. And when your head starts to peel, I don't know. I think it's weird. It's different, like when it's your hand or your arm or your leg or something like that. People don't think that's weird, but when you're like going to a business meeting or you're at work or something like that, and you're just like peeling from your head, I think that does kind of give a different vibe than than peeling from other places. So I would be cautious about getting too much sun. Make sure you wear sunscreen. But other than that, it's been kind of nice. I mean, I don't do anything fancy. I just clean the electric razor, and then shave my head every couple of days. If I do tend to go a little bit lazy and I go like a week without shaving my head, I have like a beard trimmer, and I'll just trim it down to like a 0 guard, and then take the electric razor back. And on a really fancy occasion, on like a wedding or something like at that level, I'll take an actual razor blade, like a Mach 3 or something like that, and shave my head. But I mean, it really doesn't. To me, it's a little bit smoother on the touch, but it's really not that much noticeable. But I don't know if this is something that you'd be interested in me talking about more, because I guess who needs, with a body like mine, brought to you by Carnivore Diet, who needs hair? So if you like videos like this, I try to get up every morning, have a little bit of coffee talk with you, talk about whatever's on my mind, ranging from business to family matters to Christianity, just all around. This is the channel, at least for now. Subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video if you're interested in this kind of stuff. So I'll talk to you later.